Hi, I'm Charlene and this is my kitchen. Well, today, like I said, we are absolutely doing that chicken meatloaf remake. So, right here in the bowl, I have 2 pounds of ground chicken. And since this is our remake, like I said, we are taking in place of the Worcestershire because that has too much sodium in it, is the liquid hickory, which I put 2 caps, which I originally used to put 3, but I'm cutting back on that, which is actually better for you. So 2 caps of that in the beginning. I'm going to leave that cap off because I put some on the top. And then 2 caps of the mesquite. Sorry about that label, not a sponsor. But that is the best you can get. Now there is another YouTuber that uses that same brand but as a sauce on his food. Like I said, in replacement of the bread, we use the yellow cornmeal, never the white. The white is bleached because you do not want the bleached food. That's what was giving me the allergies, was the wheat products, and especially the bleached wheat products. So we take a half a cup of that because this is the replacement for that. And yellow cornmeal is very light, and you want to make sure that this is even. And I'll show you that this is very even, very, very even. This is your part of your replacement because you're also going to put a half cup of rolled oats in there. So you take rolled oats. You can do store brand if you want. Can't really cover that label. Get that as even as possible. And there, like I said, as even as possible, and just put that in there. And then I will talk about the health benefits of, I'm going to put a pinch of sage in there, just a little pinch. I'm not going to do like what you see on TV. Oh my God, a pinch of, what they do on TV is ridiculous. Now sage, it actually helps with heart disease. If you have heart issues, put a little sage with your chicken, your turkey. If you eat quail meat, if you eat pheasant, even if you eat duck, which is too fatty, goose, which is also fatty, don't eat those. No, this is really good with any kind of bowel. So yes, that is good with that. All you really need is a pinch, just a pinch. It's also good for Alzheimer's patients, dementia patients. It helps to slow down the progression of Alzheimer's and dementia. It also helps with osteoarthritis. I almost mispronounced osteoarthritis. It also helps with inflammation of rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, which I have, and rheumatoid arthritis I also have. And of course we want our fresh cracked pepper in there. Now pepper is also good for digestive. Sage is also good for digestive. And you're probably going to wonder, what else am I going to put in here? Now, as always, the egg is the glue. I never have to worry about a label on that one, do I? Whatever chicken laid that one, the label's, well, plain. Well, unless you get it from a certain place, and there's always a little stamp on that one. But I never get that one. I think we all know that one. Now, quail eggs you can buy at certain stores. I have seen them. I haven't tried them. They don't look, I don't know. They look funny to me. A little funky. A little too spotty. It doesn't look like the quail laid them. It looked like the quail crapped them out. Like those kind of spots on there, you know. So now that I have that mixed, as you can see, I am going to go ahead and put my egg in there. It takes a couple of whacks on the egg to get it to open for you. Now I can just stick my thumb in there. It's not really going to matter if you have to open it with one hand, two hands. It doesn't really matter. Now, most people just put their ketchup in there. Now, I like a little flavor. If you know the shape of the bottle, you know the brand. Now, I don't put more than maybe inside of it, I would say, what, about a tablespoon or a half a tablespoon of it, because I'm starting to cut back. That open for me. Have a little bit of assistance in the kitchen today. Oops, over that. Oh man, gotta wash the pan. Gotta wash the pan. I'll be putting it in. Right, can you? But yeah, I guess I really won't worry about that. There's extra flavor in the pan. We had a little ketchup made it into the pan that I'll be putting this in. But yes, mix a little bit of ketchup, about the same amount that you did of the JD barbecue sauce. And the label that you see for the sodium on there is the actual amount of the whole container. Actually, yeah. That's the whole container. It's not that little tiny amount. So we're not going to worry about that little tiny amount because I'm going to show you momentarily that the color of the meat, sorry about the shaking of the camera there, color of the meat really hasn't changed. I'll show you that because I gotta pick it up and put it in the pan. Put it into a nice ball before I put it in the pan. Now, I set the oven on 400 degrees and I put this in there for about 45 to 60 minutes, depending on your oven. So as you see, like the color didn't change much. This is going to be a lighter texture for your meatloaf. And let me put this over in the sink real quick and rinse my hands. I'll be back over here in a moment. So, now that I'm back over here, I'm going to fix this meatloaf just like we would any other meatloaf, you know, kind of squish it down in the pan, shape it out. And then I'm going to put a couple of capfuls after I re-rinse my hand of the mesquite and the hickory on the top after I make my canals on the top of this meat loaf. Even though I don't put this in a loaf pan, a lot of people put their meatloaf in a loaf pan. I don't like to do that. I really don't. So, I'm going to make my 2 canals. You'll see these when I go to show it to you. Rinse again. Wash again. So, like you did when you're following along, this is the hickory. You only need 2 caps on the top because you're going to like just spread this around both canals. You're just going to kind of fling it around it. Make sure it doesn't go outside of the container or on you. And do the same with the mesquite. You accidentally overflow your lid, just do half and the other one. and then that cuts back. So we're done with that, with the liquid smoke. And then take your barbecue sauce. You really don't need that much. I find that I've cut back on this a lot. I would say that's about 1/3 of a cup of the barbecue sauce on the top, and about the same measurement for the ketchup. And you're going to be like, oh, well, this might be a little dry. Actually, no, because we add water into the pan, just like in the old recipe. We add water into the pan because we're going to keep this from going dry. Yes, we are. We are going to keep this from going dry. So, I'm going to get my hand dirty with rubbing the sauce all over the top of the meatloaf. But, you know, hey, that's the fun part of cooking. Sometimes, you know, you get to play with your food. That way, you know how, like you're always told, don't play with your food till you're older. And then you have to make your own food. Then you get the fun of playing with your food. Because you have to make it. And then you get to be messy. They might monetize me for my hands looking like that, right? But yeah, gotta rinse that off. Yeah. Really wash that off. So now that I've done that part, I'm going to add the water in. Always that lovely old-fashioned cup that I've shown you before. And I would say if you fill this up to 2 cups, you're not going to be really using that much of it. Just have enough in the cup just to make sure that you bring enough over to the pan. And I would say you're only going to be using 3/4 of a cup of that water. So you're only using 3/4 of a cup of that water. Pour the rest out. So that's all you're really going to need of it. And this lovely pan that you will see momentarily. Hold on a minute here. As you know, in the past shows, I don't like it dirty too. Or dirty suck for that matter. So, put a few things away here. So that I can bring you over and show it to you. And that is exactly what the meatloaf looks like. Oh, back to my mug. So, yes, that will now be covered with oil and put in the oven, like I said, on 400 degrees for about an hour. And then you can enjoy the lovely flavor of a brand new chicken meatloaf, and it's a lot lighter than before, a lot healthier than before, And there will be no more wheat allergies. And it's an all new flavor. And I will see you guys next time, or soon, probably like right here in an hour, on Charlene's Kitchen. See you soon.